Sup guys, Juggler here. Sorry about the mess guys in my room. I'm reorganizing a lot of stuff. We're moving clothes around, we're moving computer parts. So please bear with me in this another promptu or impromptu video. So I talked about the XSPC Universal RAM kit side plates, and this is what it looks like installed. Looks pretty slick, sweet, awesome, all that fun stuff. Okay? This is what I have here. So what you have to do is, of course, undo the 3 screws, use a little isopropyl alcohol on the back plate and the main plate itself where it says XSPC, and use isopropyl alcohol on your RAM itself. So let's get to it. I'm going to show you what you're going to have to do if you already got one RAM water block already done. Okay, it's pretty much crucial that you follow the steps, or you might have what I call a zigzag pattern going on, and all your screws won't line up perfectly like you would want them to. Okay, first step, you take your XSPC side plate and you're going to undo the screws. There's 3 of them here, and you have to push down pretty good to get these to come undone. So it seems like this screwdriver is about rounded all to hell, so I have to. There we go. There's one that came undone pretty easy. Don't understand why the center one is. There we go. Finally came undone. So put these screws in the baggie as soon as you're pretty much. You don't want to lose these guys. And of course my screwdriver had to drop. So take these guys and put in a plastic baggie as soon as possible, pretty much. You don't want to lose any of these little guys right here. And kind of a good thing this is a magnetized screwdriver. So I think, there we go, put that in here. Right, now the last one. Okay, put those in. Seal up the plastic baggie after you're done. I know you may think this is stupid, but you wouldn't believe a lot of how many people will lose their stuff. Okay, next step, we're going to bust out the isopropyl alcohol. So you need isopropyl alcohol, Phillips screwdriver, Q-tips right here, and then a pair of scissors if you need to cut the thermal pad down a little bit because you might have stretched it a little too far and it's going past the RAM heatsink a little bit. Isopropyl alcohol, you want 90% or higher. Alright guys, so let me do this. Try to get it in there. There we go. So we're just going to clean this area off right here real quick. Okay. Next we'll do the back side of the back plate right here. Don't have to do the whole area, but a majority of the area of where the thermal pad is going to be, or where you think it is going to be. If you're not sure, just do the whole area. Just a precaution. Okay, next we're going to go ahead and do the RAM. Of course, my camera is not focusing like it should. Okay, do the RAM modules real quick. Okay, turn it over to the other set. Okay, and we're done. After you're done with isopropyl alcohol, make sure you put on the cap. I've done this a couple of times where I forgot and I completely knocked over half a bottle of isopropyl alcohol on the floor. Trust me, it's not fun smelling that crap, and it makes you lightheaded after a while too. So we're done. with that, so while the RAM is kind of drying off a little bit, I think it's already done. You're going to take your thermal pad right here. There's going to be a lot of people that are probably going to yell at me right now how I'm going to do it. But there's no easy way. As soon as you lift or put this thermal pad on here, then try to lift up the plastic piece, the thermal pad moves as you're pulling it, and it may extend it another millimeter over the metal or something like that. So this is the easiest way I've found so far on how to do this, is basically taking both sides of the paper off. The thermal pad itself is just easier that way, in my opinion. So as you can tell, it's already done. So I'm going to take the thermal pad, and then what I like to do is try to the best of my ability is line it up to these corners the best I can. And sometimes it's a pain in the butt, so what I like to do is kind of dangle it a little and then do it right in front of the metal, and then go down and see how far off I am, and then bring it back up again before I do the initial pat down, I guess you call it, of the thermal pad. And I try to get it as close to the metal as possible. It doesn't need to be exact. It just needs to have it where, because you got a good, I don't know, maybe a millimeter, 2 millimeters here. I might be completely off, but you just want enough where it's going to cover all the ICs. Now, do not think just because you have this one done that you can just go ahead and put it on like that and say, oh, well, I just put it on and I'm done. No, if you do that, your screws actually might be misaligned and you'll have it go up and down, up and down, up and down. Now, I've seen that somewhere, so I'm like, well, why didn't you do one first? And essentially, you're going to take this one, excuse me, you're going to take this, put it down, and you're going to take the one you're installing and you're going to put it right on top of that baby. So we're going to pick this up, try not to move the thermal pad too bad, and you're going to line it up as close to a T as possible, okay guys? So we're done with that. And then after you're done lining it up, I know you guys really, whoa, I have a camera failure, sorry about that. So let me just do it this way. And for some reason, the stand camera is not making me happy. So technology, you either love it or hate it. Okay, I think it's gonna stay, hopefully. But you're gonna take your RAM, and pretty cool thing about G.Skill RAM is that they have a gold dot right here, and I'm not sure if you can see this at all, so let me see if I can bring it in a little closer. But what I'm going to do essentially is estimate exactly if it's going to line up or not. And it's right about there, and I'm going to drop it in. So I'm going to do that. So that's good. So I'm going to take this, just carefully maneuver it here, drop it, and I'm going to push down on it a little. Try not to do the ICs. Alright, next up we're going to do the thermal pad for the other side. This side really doesn't matter, just make sure it covers the ICs, and then you'll put that metal plate on, and then you'll be good to go after that. So let me go ahead and take this thermal pad off real quick. So sometimes it's easy and sometimes it's hard as crap. Sometimes if you got nails, it works wonders. So let me see if I can do this. I'll put it on like this where I want it, covering all the ICs up like that. And I'm gonna push down and then try to see if I can lift up. Of course, my computer wants to go to sleep while I'm making this video. So that isn't going to work. And then for some reason I've noticed there's some writing on the IC, like one says 9 on it, and I have no idea what that means. So we got, this takes a while sometimes. Sometimes you're going to get thermal pads that the plastic sheeting come off right away, then the others you're going to have where it's going to take like a minute or so to take it off because you got to get it perfect, I guess. So we're going to go down here. Kind of line it up the best you can. I think right there is pretty spot on. Next, you're going to take this all, if you've noticed, I've been doing everything at an angle. Put in the thermal pad at the bottom at an angle, put the heatsink in, or the RAM onto the heatsink itself into an angle, and you're going to do the exact same thing with this guy. You're going to do everything at an angle and then just drop it. Okay, once you dropped it in, you're going to go ahead and get your black screws and take them out one at a time. That's my suggestion, because these things are very, very small and you don't want to lose them, that's for sure. I actually had one where it bounced off my pair of my sweatpants and it landed on the floor on the carpet behind me, so I was lucky that I was able to get it back. So, okay. Got the next guy. Okay, then the last and final screw to the 32 gigs of Trident X memory will be complete. Next, go to here, screw down the center, and you'll feel it tighten. If you didn't put the IC or IC thermal pad like push down, this is going to do it for you, trust me. You can feel it clamping down pretty good. It's more or less like a clamshell design. Okay, done. Alright, and this is what I'm talking about when you take your RAM and how you install it. You know, you're going to have it where let me see if I can line it up like this, and then if you look at it how I have my RAM water blocks, like so, they line up perfectly like that. You want your RAM to be matching on the same spacing and everything like that, because if not, you're gonna get those. I've seen some where they're like this, some, you know, like that, not exact, but this right here is pretty much dead on, and that's what you want your RAM water block to look like. Okay, guys, thank you for watching this video. Sorry for the complications I've had in this video. I'm probably just gonna publish it and everything like that. It's been it's gonna be a long week. I'm gonna work 56 hours straight this week, and then on Monday work another 8, 16, 24, another 24 hours until I actually get my first day off in about a week. So again, thank you guys for your patience, and as always, comment, subscribe, rate this video, click that like button. You guys have a great day now. Bye.